Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brooklyn, New York City for the SummerSlam Kickoff show. And we are kicking things off with the giant of the future, the 7-foot-tall Big Cass. Big Cass knows this city very well, being from Queens and Brooklyn, a regular stomping ground for the giant of the future. However, can Big Cass stomp out the Viper here tonight on the SummerSlam Kickoff show? On 3 separate occasions, Randy Orton has got the better of Big Cass. He struck with an RKO at WWE Battleground. Then he struck again on Monday Night Raw, humiliating Big Cass, defeating him under 5 seconds. And then when Big Cass thought he had got one up on the Viper struck again. A great reception for the Viper, Randy Orton, here on the SummerSlam Kickoff show. And the Kickoff show is just the start of a huge night of action for the WWE here this evening in Brooklyn, New York. Your main event is 15 years in the making. The Rock returns to SummerSlam to take on the beast that conquered him 15 years ago at this very event. The undisputed WWE Championship now sits in the possession of Brock Lesnar. Lesnar unifying the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship at WWE Battleground. And tonight, The Rock tries to avenge his most painful defeat in the biggest event of the summer. It is Rock versus Brock 2. As the referee signals for the bell, and Randy Orton immediately tried to strike with an RKO, trying to repeat what went down on Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks back. And let me just check my watch. Yes, Big Cass is past the 5-second mark. So Big Cass has done better than the first encounter when these two met. I know for a fact that Big Cass felt humiliated after that defeat at the hands of that RKO. And Big Cass making sure that does not happen tonight as he drives Randy Orton into the corner. And now Orton down on the mat. Not a place you want to be in when you're inside the squared circle with a 7-foot-tall giant. Big Cass bringing Orton to his feet. Tried to catch Randy Orton, but Orton forcing back Big Cass into the corner. And a knife-edge chop takes down Big Cass. And the crowd here in Brooklyn want to see an RKO. And we know when Randy Orton is in the ring, it can happen out of nowhere. And I'm going to correct myself there, because I said in the ring. It can happen out of nowhere. But it doesn't just happen in the ring, because Randy Orton, the last time he striked, it was in the catering area. Yep, that's right. Catering isn't even safe when the Viper is coiled and ready to strike. And Randy Orton cuts down those tree trunk legs of Big Cass, and a clothesline as well. And drives the knee into the face. That methodical, snake-like approach from Randy Orton. And now the chin lock, trying to keep down the giant. Easier said than done, and Big Cass breaks the chin lock. And oh, a clubbing blow to the back of Randy Orton. Now boot to the chest, followed by another one. Oh, and a short arm clothesline. And Big Cass trying to get some support from the fans here. But I think these fans just want to see an RKO. Sidewalk slam from Big Cass, and Cass enjoying inflicting this punishment on Randy Orton. And now Orton down on the mat, and Big Cass just waits, and Randy slithers around the ring, and now, oh, up to a knee and got caught. 1, 2. And Randy Orton, with that knee, knocked the stuffing out of Randy Orton. Right on the jaw as Orton was up to a knee. He got nailed with a knee. A giant-sized knee. Randy Orton is in trouble. Big Cass begins to unload once again, but Orton finally replies and sends Big Cass, oh, power slam. Great response from Randy Orton at a moment where I thought he was down and out, but Big Cass replies, oh my. Pinfall, 1, 2, and Orton again just about gets the shoulder up. Big Cass coming very close to getting that revenge that he oh so wants. And Cass now lines it up, and the knee right into the midsection, into the gut. And Orton slumps in the corner, but Orton got out the way of that one. And listen to the crowd in Brooklyn getting behind the Viper. And that is vintage Randy Orton. You can never count out Randy Orton, because when you do, he will strike with an RKO. And that is how this match is balanced on the knife edge. If Orton strikes with that RKO, Big Cass knows it is over. And again, the crowd letting it be known what they want to see. A pin from Orton. 1, 2. And Big Cass now forced to kick out. Getting the crowd rallying behind the Viper, and the Viper is coiled, looking for it again, and Big Cass again evades the RKO. But Randy Orton cannot escape the knees of Big Cass, and they are doing some serious damage. And Big Cass may be feeling this Brooklyn crowd has turned against him, and goes for the sidewalk slam again, but Orton, this time he escapes, and an RKO! Oh, wait a minute. Big Cass just bought himself some time. He rolled out the ring after an RKO out of nowhere, and Orton sends Big Cass into the ring, now makes the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and Big Cass gets the shoulder up, and you've got to think those seconds that Big Cass rolled out the ring for were vital. But the crowd here in Brooklyn smell blood. They can feel that that RKO did the damage. Oh God, they want to see another. European uppercut forces back Big Cass. Cass with an elbow. Big Cass trying to mount some offense, trying to get back in this match, trying to get his bearings back together. And that clothesline did just that. Elbow to the back of the neck. Forcing back the Viper, but Randy Orton replies. Sends Big Cass off the ropes. And a power slam from the Apex Predator. Randy Orton one step ahead of Big Cass since that RKO. And how much more can Big Cass take of this? The RKO has done the damage, and Orton now, repeated European uppercuts, sends Big Cass crashing down to the mat. But Orton picked up Cass, and Cass replies. Cass sends Orton to the corner. And again, the big knee finds the mark. Big Cass showing great resiliency to get back in this match. Picking up Randy Orton. And oh, where is the Giant taking Orton now? Pins him against the ropes. Sends him off the ropes. Get out the way, referee. And repeated knees. These knees have been finding the mark. And they are hurting Randy Orton. You see Orton writhing in pain. Can you imagine the power behind those giant-sized knees? And Big Cass. Well, that's what he thinks of Orton. He thinks he is soft. Pin could have him. 1, 2. Oh, and Orton again gets the shoulder up. Referee making it clear 2. And how the tables have turned. I thought Big Cass was out of it, but now it's Orton who's on the receiving end. The punishment being dished out by Big Cass. Randy Orton forces Cass back to the corner. The crowd here on their feet. And what a match to kick off SummerSlam right here on the kickoff show. And Orton with a superplex. And the crowd, oh, I think Orton's past the stage of the RKO. Oh no, he's looking for the punt. Oh, Cass out the way. Oh! A giant-sized boot. And a giant-sized victory for Big Cass. Well, this is how it went down. Randy Orton coiled and ready to strike with an RKO. But Big Cass with the mindset to roll out the ring. Then Orton went for the punt, but instead received a big boot. Big Cass with a big victory right here on the SummerSlam Kickoff show. Up next, we have SummerSlam, the main show. Make sure you join me, Delzinski, for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam.